What's up, y'all? Rowdy Viles back with another video. We've got more Marvel Legends today from the Spider-Man 60th anniversary wave. We have the Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man. It's based on the cover art from the first appearance of Spider-Man, which is Amazing Fantasy number, I don't remember. But yeah, with all of that being said, we're going to take a closer look at the box and then we'll get this bad boy open. Taking a closer look at the box, you can see it says Marvel Legends at the top, Marvel Legends series, Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man from that first issue, like I said. And speaking of that, there is the artwork on the side and there is a render on the front, Marvel Amazing Fantasy down there, render of the figure once again on the side, and there are the accessories right there because, you know, windowless packaging, we all know how that goes. And of course there's no blurb on it, unfortunately. That's kind of sad. But with all of that being said, let's get this bad boy open. And here he is out of the box. He looks great, as you can see. On closer inspection, there are a couple paint errors, but nothing like too glaring that you will notice on first glance. So yeah, he's got a great profile. He's a smaller, slimmer Spider-Man than compared to the Renew Your Vows one, because it is his first appearance. He's a teenager, but you know, Spider-Man was never tall. Like the Renew Your Vows, if there's any flaw with it, Renew Your Vows. If there's any flaw with it, that he's a little bit too tall, because Spider-Man is like 5'10" max. So yeah, this is like a perfect representation of that in the 6-inch scale. So he looks really good. I'm really pleased with him. As you can see, focus there. I've got his web wings, one of the accessories that he comes with. One of many, but you know, skip the process of digging all that out because it's just windowless packaging. It's boring, but yeah, he looks awesome. Checking out the height of our new Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man, he stands at just about 6 inches, so maybe a little bit under. So, you know, about 5'10" by 12 inch or 1/12 scale. So yeah, perfect size for him. And I really like this figure. He's cool. Gosh, so many good figures in 2022. I wish it would focus better. Going over the accessories, he comes with quite a few, which is good for the price tag because he's like $28, but I used an Amazon coupon that gave me $8 off. First, he comes with this web line, which is cool. I don't have this, so good to get a new accessory, although I don't really like this. I could do without the triangle thing, but I guess it's for hanging him on a display somewhere so he can hang off this end. I don't know. Then we've got 2 sets of web wings. These ones are the outstretched ones. So for when he's like trying to glide through the air, like on the front of the cover. And then we have the 2 on the back, which are, you know, the neutral pose ones, and they both just, they all just port into this hole in the back, which is a feature on this body. I don't know if the other figures that use this body, like that Amazing Friends 3-pack or the cartoon animated series Spider-Man, use it, but they just port into there like that. So nice and simple. They stay. They don't go out unless you like bonk them like that. So then of course we get hands galore because we get the fisted hands right there. Then we get 2 whipping hands, a right and a left. And some of the paint issues lie on the hands, like there's some black spots and stuff, but whipping hands. We get grabbing hands, open hands for grabbing that web and other things, if it'll focus. Oh my goodness. So yeah, painted web lines on grabbing hands, and of course some wall crawling hands that are just slipping and sliding. And those are the accessories for our Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man. Going over the articulation on our Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man, coming up we do have the old classic head on a ball socket and hinge, so that's nice because you get so much more movement out of that. Shoulders come up 90 degrees. We do get butterfly joints, so that's awesome. Bicep cut, pinless double elbows. Kind of tight on these pinless bodies, but they do come up all the way. Of course, we get a ball socket at the chest and then ab crunch as well. So all kinds of movement. Legs come up about that far. No drop down hips for our Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man, but we do get a thigh cut. Double knees, come up, kick his own butt with ease. We do get a boot cut, and of course pinless double knees, boot cut. No toe articulation, but rockers forward, side to side. All the hands are up-down hinges, I believe, for the most part. Yes. No, these are side to side, the grabbing hands, so that's good. But yeah, that's the articulation for our Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man. First up for scale and comparison, here is our new Amazing Fantasy Spidey with our retro card, Pizza Spidey, and of course our pinless Renew Your Vows Spider-Man on this side. Probably my GOAT figure of all time, but this one is probably a close second. Oh my gosh, I love Spider-Man so much, in case you couldn't tell. But yeah, here's all the various iterations of Spider-Man's different bodies that they've used in Marvel Legends from Hasbro over the years. So basically a representation of every single one right here, other than Ultimate Spider-Man. For a similar comparison to the MCU, here he is with the Far From Home / No Way Home suit. They're both in that black and red. Both pretty basic designs as far as Spider-Man goes, but yeah, they work pretty well. And as you can see, MCU Spider-Man is shorter because Tom Holland is a short king, and that's okay. For another pinless Spider-Man, here he is with our Marvel Legends Iron Spider, who is a similar build, if not slightly taller than the Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man, but that's understandable. He's in a metal suit and he's a little bit older, so a lot older. But yeah, they look good together. I love having all these different versions of Spider-Man. I would love to have every suit eventually. You know, I'll get the Future Foundation normal suit, like not the crappy one that they have with the pins in it right now, but they'll make a pinless normal one at some point. I know they will. For another classic or early appearance figure, here he is with our 80th anniversary Thor, who looks pretty good next to him. It is a very classic version of Thor next to the most classic version of Spider-Man, the first one, missing that blue spider on the back, but that's okay. Can't get everything 100% right because it's almost there. Like if this was like a blue and red suit and minus the web wings and it had like a McFarlane style head, well, even with the web wings it'd be fine. It'd be like perfect Spider-Man in my opinion. For some more pinless rep, here he is with Vulcan and Shriek, the other two new pinless bucks. I'm sure we'll see this Spider-Man sculpt for other figures considering it doesn't have sculpted web lines. But yeah, you know, Marvel's moving to pinless, my collection is moving to pinless, so I'm glad to have him along with others. Just because he's the Venom who's laying around, here is our Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man with that Monster Venom repaint deluxe pack that Hasbro did a couple years back. So yeah, he's a lot bigger than this teeny tiny Spider-Man here, which is cool. And then lastly, here he is with our AI, but mostly classic looking Iron Man with that yellow and red and that classic face suit. And other than the arc reactor being blue instead of yellow, it's basically classic Iron Man. So classic Spider-Man, classic Iron Man, works perfectly. So with all of that being said, you guys, I will say the Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man was totally worth it because he's totally worth it to me. Just look at him. He looks amazing posed here with his webs, ready to go save the day. Gosh, it's a cool figure, just like Renew Your Vows. It's great. It's posable. The pinless makes it look extra like, what's the word? Premium. It's a super premium looking figure. It comes with cool accessories. We get webs, we get web wings, we get hands, we get it all. So yeah, totally worth it to me. If you guys can snag him, go ahead and do it, especially at the price of 20 bucks. He was awesome. So yeah, if you guys like this video, go ahead and smash like, hit subscribe, of course, if you're not subscribed, because then you can come back every week and see my awesome Marvel Legends, Spider-Man, G.I. Joe, Power Rangers, etc. content, whatever it happens to be that week. And of course, comment down below what you think of this figure. If you think he's awesome like I do, which one is your favorite, Renew Your Vows or Amazing Fantasy? It's still up in the air for me, but we'll see at the end of the year when my top 10 of 2022 video rolls around. But yeah, as of now, he's definitely a contender in that list. So as always, I love you guys. I will see you next time, and bye-bye.